welcome to my channel. I'm gonna show you my home gym I've built out over the past 2 years. I absolutely love it, just with how it's coming together. I do have plans for things that I want to add and change over time, but this is kind of really good for right now. And I want to show you to maybe help spark some ideas for you. If you're looking to build your own home gym, I'll show you how I built mine and hope you enjoy. BTW, I'm a trainer. I train clients out of this gym. I train myself here. I do most of my nutrition coaching and training online. However, I do have multiple clients who see me in person, which is really nice to have this space to be one-on-one with clients. I'm able to kind of have my own studio out of my home. This, if you're wondering, I just jammed my thumb for like the third time doing jujitsu. That's kind of my newest endeavor of physical fitness world, and I'm loving it. I'll probably make a whole video on that and my journey with that. This is actually a couple of my clients, their family, their dog is staying with me for a week or so. So he likes to follow me everywhere, so you'll probably see him in like every frame. So this space is actually in my parents' house. So grateful that they have let me use the bottom floor of our townhouse to transform it into a little gym. At first I wanted to build a garage gym, but my mom was like, no, do it in the basement so that you have AC so you're not, freezing. And I was like, I don't know, the garage is kind of the vibe. And she was like, no, like do it here. And she was totally right. This was the move for sure. But so it all started about 2 years ago when I was on a walk. My best ideas always come to me on walks. Is I decided I want to build a garage gym. And I was thinking one day, when I have my own place, and I thought to myself, why do I have to wait? Why not now? So I look up on Facebook Marketplace racks, because at the time I was powerlifting, so that's kind of the first thing I wanted. I found this guy. I found this whole rack, this barbell, this bench, this foam mat area, as well as a few random accessories that this guy was selling from his gym. And it was an incredible price. I think it was like just over $1,000 for all of that. Oh, also, all these Rogue bumper plates were included as well. So naturally, I was like, I need it now. And, showed my family, and they're like, whoa, Anna, like, hold on, let's think about this. Let's talk about it. I was like, no, like, this is the one. This is such a great price, and it ended up being just perfect. It was in good condition. So moral of that story is watch Facebook Marketplace. There are gems in there sometimes that can pop up. This is something that listed that same day that I looked it up, and I was like, yep, gotta cop that immediately. So kind of watch Facebook Marketplace for the things that you want. Dumbbells are another good one that I seem to have found on Facebook Marketplace. People will resell them. Dumbbells can be pricey, which we'll talk about that in a second. So as I'm giving a bit of a tour, I'll tell you where I've got most of my things. So all of this, the rack, which is Titan, as well as the barbell and plates. Plates are from Rogue. Bench, I believe, is Titan as well. So Titan has some awesome products, but these were resold to me, as well as this mat. I do not like this flooring. It's too squishy. I do not like it. However, it's fine when I'm benching. I just do not like squatting on that squishy platform.
So I highly recommend getting some firm ground and not the squishy. I just personally really do not enjoy that, and I want to swap that out one day. I also want to rip up the carpet and have all of the flooring this kind of matte, but this is where we're at right now, and I'm fine with that. So along with this, I've got exercise ball mat. Those are both from Amazon. I've got these little, these smaller plates that, hi buds, that are from Walmart. They're like adjustable dumbbell plates because I don't have any like small rogue ones or anything. So to fit them on this bar, because the hole is too small, I have to use resistance bands, which is kind of interesting because it creates a little bit less stability. So it can be a little bit harder using this, but great way to build up those stability muscles. So these plates, I believe this guy who gave me this rack gave me those as well. I don't even use those. This is a landmine attachment, which was lended to me by an old coach, along with these plates. So these plates, as well as these plates, were lended to me. And so this comes to my second tip when building a home gym, is ask around. If you have connections with anyone who's a trainer or coach, or maybe they work at, you know, the school, they teach weightlifting, like anyone like that, or someone who's just into fitness, maybe they've had their own home gym, ask if they have any extra equipment lying around. Because I asked 2 people in my life that question, and they're like, oh yeah, I've got a ton in my storage unit. Here, yeah, you can borrow some. And so a good bit of stuff here is borrowed. Half of these dumbbells are borrowed. This rack and bench is borrowed. Same as this bar. The trap bar, borrowed. Most of these, actually this easy bar is mine, but these kettlebells are borrowed. I bought this hip thruster pad foam roller off of Amazon. The little medicine ball is borrowed as well as these bands. Also, these medicine balls and foam pads are borrowed. These are in fact mine. These are adjustable dumbbell thingies that I found, these 25-pound plates that had like a smaller hole. So this is a 55-pound dumbbell. This one can be 55, or I have these 2 on it, which makes 75 right there. So I am able to get those heavier weights because the dumbbells I have only go up to 35. And I know these look gigantic. I don't know why they're so huge, but they're only 35 pounds. So yeah, I have doubles of everything, which is nice, especially if I'm training multiple people at once. But this is my dumbbell collection here. I definitely want to expand this. I would like more. However, this is fine for right now. Don't really need more. It would just be nice. Most things, you know, if I get past a certain point, we can just start using the barbell. But I do have these, especially for like a heavy row. Those are awesome. I bought this guy off of Brett Contreras Strength. He has some awesome products, especially if you are someone who likes to hip thrust. So I got this probably 2 years ago as well. And I just have this 45-pound plate underneath to kind of give it the proper height for me. Then I've also got this little band that is borrowed. It's a kind of a glute band. Then coming over here into this little foyer area, this is where I store my long bands. So I've got a decent collection of thinner ones, thicker ones, and then rogue ones with handles. I've also got more little glute bands, little for around the knees, for things like abductions, for putting it on for, you know, hip thrusts, etc. So I have a little cart here. This is where my clients will often put their water bottles. And here I've got little heel elevated things, an ab wheel. This stuff is borrowed. This is little half foam rollers, which are borrowed. These are awesome for like putting your foot on and your heel on the ground and kind of stretching your calf. Here is something I bought from Amazon, which is pretty cool. It's something that you wedge in the door. So I'll just wedge this. You open the door, you wedge this behind, and you kind of slide it over. And then basically it's like this, and you can wedge your feet under this and do Nordic curls. So if you're not sure what Nordic curls are, I would look up a video, because those are an awesome hamstring exercise, especially for at home. Got another little landmine attachment. I've got my knee sleeves. These are for more like powerlifting stuff. Haven't really been using them lately, but I know one day I likely will get back into that. Got a jump rope. I've got just some smaller accessory things here. I love a lacrosse ball for a gym, for your home gym, or really anyone. Putting this in your gym bag, because it's an awesome way to kind of spot foam roll in a way, right? So kind of rolling out anything that is really tight, like especially traps and glutes, going against a wall and rolling around with this on your back, applying some, you know, as much pressure as you want. This is an awesome way to do that. Then, yeah, just kind of different handles, little, oh, I know the name for those and I can't remember. Carabiners, right? Maybe. Got a little rest timer if we ever want to use that. Sometimes I'll pull this out for like things like planks. And I got my little business cards. How cute. Then here's my remote for changing the lights. I love just changing up the vibe. In here we've got pink, white. Sometimes I'll do red, and I'll do red and I'll turn off the lights at night, and it's like dungeon vibes, preparing for battle vibes. Right, Bruno? Yellow. But yeah. So that is kind of this corner. Then I just recently bought this bar off of Amazon. It was pretty affordable. It was like $50. And basically it's shorter than a normal bar, which is awesome for hip thrusts because you have to like balance a little bit less. It's just the weights are closer in. It just feels really nice. So I've been loving this for hip thrusts, and I love how I'm able to just leave this here for hip thrusts rather than, you know, moving my squat rack bar down or my bench bar over here. It just kind of helps me lessen the resistance to setting up hip thrusts, because we know that that can be a little bit of a pain, but totally worth it. So then, yep, got a couple sets of clips, another hip thrust pad, and mirrors. Love mirrors for the gym. It's making the space feel bigger. It's an awesome way to check your form, take your sweaty selfies afterwards. You know the drill. So, got my powerlifting type belt here. I also got this off of Facebook Marketplace. It's kind of like a ripoff or a no brand TRX thingy. It was a lot more affordable, and it's literally the exact same thing without the brand name on it, which I love this for inverted rows, supported squats, things like that. I also got these from this guy who gave me the bench and or the rack and bench. Is basically you put your elbow in this. There's two of them, and you can do hanging leg raises
with that, which is awesome. Off of the pull-up bar.
Last I want to show you is my deadlift platform. I built this probably a year and a half ago, and it's a great concept. However, don't let Home Depot guys convince you that this wood will be a great replacement for plywood, because this wood is so heavy. They were out of plywood and they're like, yeah, just use this one. This thing probably weighs like 400 pounds total. It is unmovable. We had multiple really strong people try and move it, and it just barely budges. And this is in the garage, and we have to like park the car like halfway up on it, which is just kind of annoying. I do really like this for deadlifts. It's just, do it with plywood if you do make one of these. I basically watched a couple videos on YouTube how to make an at-home deadlift platform. And yeah, it was pretty affordable. I'd say probably maximum $200 to make the whole thing. So that's a really awesome addition that I wish I could have inside. I might even do that one day when we get rid of the couch and everything in there. But other than that, I do have these easy preloaded barbells, which I don't really use. I do want to clean them up and start using them soon. Those were lended to me as well as this kabuki bar, another barbell. I've got more clips. I got this belt, which does not fit. I'm not the smallest. However, this belt don't even come close. I'm like, who could fit in this? A child? I don't understand. I've also got this bench and a couple more plates back there, a couple more dumbbells, yoga blocks, and another medicine ball these were all lended to me. They're not mine. Really grateful that I asked around to kind of see and was able to get some hookups there. Then that's my pull-up bar, which I don't really need anymore because I have the rack pull-up bar. Got some more random accessories in there we don't really use. A couple more plates. These are all rusty though, so I kind of just leave them out here. Don't really need them. Have a couple more mats. Those are actually lended to me as well. I thought I bought them, but I only bought the other one. One thing I missed is this cool little thing that goes on the door. The brand is Stroops. Basically, you're able to connect any resistance band. So it goes with these bands. You use a little carabiner to connect the band, and you can have like these attachment handles, you know, using one of these to connect it right here so that you can have any height. So it's awesome if you want to do like lat pull downs, you can attach it at the top. If you want to do, you know, bicep curl or seated rows from the floor, you can attach it down there, etc. Adding some cables is definitely something I want to do at some point. I was thinking Encore has some awesome little cable attachments that I could attach on the rack. I highly recommend checking them out. It's Encore with an A-N-C-O-R-E. Their product, I tried it out, super, super nice. That's definitely an investment I'm gonna make at some point. I've also got a treadmill from like the 1980s that's still working. Yeah, this thing is so old. I have a whiteboard that I wanna hang up soon. Oops. So that is really everything. Really, really happy with how this has come together. It's really nice to be able to train clients right here, train myself. Over here, this is the little living area that I want to get rid of this couch, put the TV up there above the fireplace, and maybe I have a lot of ideas with what I could do with this area. But I'm thinking, hi Bruno. I'm thinking potentially a little bit of a desk space for myself would be really nice because I don't currently have an office. I'm just kind of working all over the place. So it would be nice to have a little home base. Could also put the deadlift platform in here. Could also do, maybe I buy like a like a hip thrust machine type thing, which I would really like, but that's probably a bit more down the line. But something that's really just easy to load, because, you know, if you can't already tell, I don't like setting up hip thrusts. But definitely more mats to fill this space, more mats to replace that over there. That's kind of next plans, along with cables at some point. But so that is everything, and I hope that you got some value from this video. Let me know, comment below any questions, where anything is from or anything like that. And yeah, happy building your home gym. It's definitely an awesome investment.